Today's analysis is for educational purposes only. All views or information is of my own opinion and should not be taken as investment advice. Forex is a high risk, high reward business, and you should never trade with money you cannot afford to lose. That being said, let's get right into the weekly analysis.
First up, we have the Euro USD. My bias on this pair remains bearish. What we have is resistance here at around the 109.708 through here, and through here. We have resistance at around the 11460. So this formation here, and we have resistance at around 11780.85 area up here. So this area between these two is what I'd call a resistance zone. So what we're looking to do as price action traders, we are looking for a sell signal around this 109.708 or thereabouts, or even up to this 11460 or thereabouts, to take advantage of the overall bias, which is bearish, even though this pair is range bound at the moment, between this 106.550 and this 114.950 area. The bias is bearish, however, so we'll wait for a price action signal to form around this 109.70 area or this 11460 area to short. Our first target would be this 107.870 and potentially back down to 106.550 area down here. But in the meantime, we'll wait for our price action signal to present itself, and when it does at either one of these relevant resistance areas, then we will short. And again, our first target will be around this 101.7870, and then we'll potentially retarget 1.06550. Thank you. Here we have the Aussie dollar USD. The bias in this pair remains very bearish indeed. The relevant levels, we have resistance here at 66740, resistance here at 64650 through the structure here, and resistance at around the 63042 area. We have support at the 57160 area or thereabouts, and of course lower support at 55180 again or thereabouts. What we can clearly see, as I mentioned in my previous analysis, we have this inside bar structure here that formed at an event area, a previous event area, which was previous support. It's now turning resistance. That was the catalyst for this substantial push lower. You can see how far price was trading away from the EMAs and then created a new low, of course. Then we had this very nice looking bearish reverse pin bar form. And in fact, some of my clients asked me, should we trade this? There wasn't enough compelling reasons to trade it in my view, so I certainly didn't trade it. But the fact that it failed, if you would have traded it, of course, you would have got stopped out. The fact that it failed simply meant that the buyers are still in control at the moment. So given the long-term bias is bearish, it's quite simply, we are just waiting for a price action signal around this previous event area here at 64650 or even up to 66740 to take full advantage of the overall bias, which is bearish. And our first target will be down here at 57165, and then of course possibly retargeting around this 55182 area or thereabouts. So all in all, we'll simply wait. Those who wait make the money. So we'll wait for a price action signal to form again somewhere around the 64650 or 66740 or somewhere in between. Will be fine. But for now, we'll just wait and see what happens and take full advantage of the opportunity when it presents ourselves. And again, we'll retarget way back down here at 57165 or thereabouts, but we'll make that decision when the opportunity presents itself. Here we have the New Zealand US dollar, and like its counterpart, the Australian dollar US dollar, very similar structure, very bearish bias on this pair as well. As you can see, we have resistance here at 64450 here. We have resistance here at 633.98 or thereabouts. And resistance here at 615.63. And as I mentioned in previous analysis, resistance here at 606.19. So this 606.19, 615.63 is what I'd call our sell zone. So we are simply waiting for a price action signal to form somewhere between these two areas. Similar to the Aussie dollar, you can see this massive inside bar structure again was the catalyst for price capitulating down. We had this bearish pin bar form at previous event area at 61563 resistance. Not a reverse bearish pin bar, but a bearish pin bar nonetheless. And of course, that acted to continue to capitulate prices down. We then had this inside bar structure after a bullish pin bar just here form at previous support at around 56060, which was the catalyst for pushing prices back up, bringing the buyers back in the market. So simply very similar to the Aussie dollar USD, we're going to wait for a price action signal around this resistance here, 61563, or between 60619 and 61563, or in fact up higher here at 63398 or thereabouts, to short this pair. And our first target would logically be around this 56060. So plenty of profit on offer. It's just a matter of waiting for our opportunity to present itself, but certainly I'm bearish on this pair, and it's just a wait and see game now till we get a price action signal that we trade to form at an event area for us that has enough confluent factors, and we'll short this again, retargeting around the 56060 area. Thank you. Here we have the British pound US dollar. Bias in this pair is bearish. We have resistance up here at 132.108 thereabouts. We have longer term resistance here at 127.697 or thereabouts, and here at 125.800. If you zoom out of your charts, you'll see that this 127.690 area and 125.800 area had previously been significant resistance. We have support here at 122.093 through here, and just recently we have previous support at 120.211 through here. Again, if you zoom out, you will see that, and of course support down here at 114.093 or thereabouts. Certainly from a price action point of view, we can see that price has broken through this 127.690 resistance area, and of course 125.800, taking out both resistance areas. So what we're looking to do as price action traders, we're simply waiting for a price action signal around about this 125.800, or in fact this 127.690 area, or somewhere in between here and here. If we get a significant sell signal, then we will enter the market. This is what I would call a sell zone as well, and we'll short, and we'll probably look at around this 122.093 initially. A bit early to tell yet, but that'll be our first take profit, our first target, you would think, logically speaking. We have this inside bar set up here, multiple inside bar setups. You wouldn't trade that, of course, because it's a counter trend and there's just too many inside bars. But that is doing its job, continuing to push prices up. And again, you can see this 122.093 support area has been holding. So that could very well be our first take profit target. Of course, we'd also be looking at the 120.210 area and potentially way back down here to 114.093. But first we have to get a price action signal to form at an event area to meet our criteria. So we'll wait for that to happen, and invariably when it presents ourselves, we will short this pair and retarget, as I said initially, probably around this 122.090, 120.211, and eventually back down to this 140.93. But that's yet to play out. But that's my take on the British pound USD. Thank you. Here we have the USD Japanese yen. As I mentioned in previous analysis, we really don't have a bias one way or the other. It's trading in this very large range bound zone, essentially around this 101, 200 and 112, 130. Certainly, I'll go through the relevant areas. We have resistance up here on 112, 130. We have resistance here at 110,608 through here. If you zoom out in your charts, we have resistance here at 109,700. And as I mentioned in previous analysis, we have support, turn resistance at this 108,500 area. This was a significant area as far as I was concerned. So we have further support down here at 104,460. If you zoom out in your charts, you'll see that was previous support, and of course support down here at 101,211. What we can see has happened is we had price break through, as I mentioned earlier, this 108,500 support turn resistance area. We even had a nice looking bearish pin bar form, not a reverse pin bar, but what was rejected at that area, and the EMAs. Well, of course, that failed, and so the bulls, or the buyers at least, came back in the market and sort of wiped out whatever gains were made there. We now have this inside bar structure just here that has formed at this 108,500 area. So I was actually waiting for a false break to the downside at this 108,500 area here. That didn't eventuate. I didn't enter the trade, but that didn't eventuate. So now we can see price has once again broken below this 108,500. This 108,500 is very significant in my view, as I said. So what that means, that could capitulate prices back down. We have overhead support here at 106,498. So if you zoom out in your charts, you'll see that this 106,498 area was previous support. And you can also see last time price break through this 108,500, it didn't eventuate too much, even though we had a very nice bearish pin bar. The break to the downside failed. So this was kind of a false break to the downside without a false break signal presenting itself. So it is, for my money, it's too early to determine whether to go short on this pair or not. If I was to have a bias, it probably is to short this pair, but I'm in no hurry to do that because we have overhead support here at 106,498. So for me to short this pair, I would want confirmation that this area here has been broken through. More importantly, I want to close below 106,498. If I get that close and if I get a signal, well then I'd look to short this pair and target 104,460, or in fact, should the bears stay in control, 101,11, and simply retarget the bottom of what is a large range bound zone essentially. So for now, I'm not interested in trading the USD Japanese yen. It's going to see what happens around this area here and see whether price again gets a false break through this 108.50, even though we don't have a signal. But for now, until there's a clear direction either way, and to the downside, of course, again, I want to close below 106,498 for me to enter short. But for now, I'm going to wait and see how price plays out before I make a decision either way. Thank you. Here we have the British pound, Japanese yen. My bias on this pair is bearish. I'll just go through the relevant, there's a bit going on here, so I'll just go through the relevant event areas. We have long-term resistance up here at 144,783. We have resistance here at 139,280, which was previous support through here, as you can see. Turned resistance through here. We have resistance here at 137,065. We have resistance here at 135,679 through here, where price is hovering around about now. You can see just here. and we have resistance at 133.963 or thereabouts through this. We have support at 130.800 again or thereabouts here, and support at 126.830 again. If you will see that support area, and of course recent support in the form of the recent low at 123.910 area. What we can see has happened is we have this inside bar structure form just here, which formed just below. We had a close below this long-term support. We had a close below it, inside bar formation formed. That really was the catalyst for capitulating prices down. We've had multiple inside bars. We've had another one here. We have one just here. So that's just confirmation, of course, that the bears are well and truly in control, creating a new low down here at 123.910 thereabouts. So what we have at the moment from a price action point of view, I am looking to short this pair as soon as we get a relevant price action signal around this 135, where price is hovering around about now. It's 135.670 or 137.065, or indeed 139.282. If I get a price action signal, I'd be looking for a false break to the upside in the form of a cycler setup or a reverse pin bar, and then we will enter the market based upon our analysis, and we'll be shorting this pair. Our first target will be down here at around the 130.816, so we know where our first profit target will be, and that's because we just had recent support here, of course, which was previous support at the same level. So that'll be our first logical target. It's just a matter of waiting for our entry to present itself so we can sell on strength. But as I said, anywhere now around these three resistance areas here, if I get a false break upside in the form of a significant signal, then we will short this and we'll retarget 130.816. Ultimately, I think we'll be coming down here to at least this 126.838 area or thereabouts, or even lower. But for now, this will be our first take profit target. Should in fact we get a false break to the upside, we'll look to short it and take full advantage of it. Thank you. Hello traders, here we have gold. Obviously my bias on gold is bullish, as you well know from previous analysis, and we've done very well out of gold over the recent 6 weeks or so. So what we are looking to do, clearly as you can see here, gold has now closed above the recent high or the recent resistance of around that 1690, 1700 area. We have resistance turn support here at 1610, support through here, previous old resistance here. We have support here at 1563.25 or thereabouts, and of course long-term support here at. So from a price action point of view, clearly we're looking to get long on gold. There's plenty of potential upside on gold. If you go to the monthly chart, there's really nothing to suggest it can't get into the 1900s, of course. So there's plenty of upside to come, potentially, of course. So what we're looking to do, we're looking to buy on a retrace. I'd want to see something, a retrace, well, just a retrace in price generally, but around the 1610 or even back to this 1563 would be great. We might have to wait for that to happen, of course, but we'll certainly take advantage of a pullback to allow us to go long again, and we might even retarget. We're certainly retargeting the 1700 area, but it just depends on what new highs are formed prior to that, depending on our which will depend on our take profit target. But certainly we're looking to go long, preferably again around this resistance turn support area 1610 or this 1563. Having said that though, if we do get a signal in line with the current uptrend in the absence of a pullback, then I'll be keeping an eye out for that, and we'll take advantage of that, but then we'll target higher prices based upon the monthly time frame, but that's yet to be seen. But for now, very bullish, just waiting for a pullback, That'll be the best case scenario, but in the absence of a pullback, I will look to trade this within the trend, so trading the trend, should we get a relevant signal that we are looking for in order to do that. Thank you. Cheers. Here we have the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen. This pair is notorious for being bearish, and in fact we are in a beautiful looking downtrend, long-term downtrend. If you go to your weekly chart, you'll see it's a very nice, well-formed long-term downtrend. So my bias on this pair is certainly bearish, and I just want to walk you through some current structure on this pair just to see where we're at right now. As you can clearly see, we had this range bound area here, essentially between 66763 and around this 69923 for quite a while. Like every consolidation or range bound area, you get a breakout. It broke out to the high side, of course, creating a new resistance up here at 73460 or thereabouts. The price then began to capitulate back down. It formed another range bound or consolidation area between 71245 and the top of the previous consolidation, 69923. So this area here, the 69923, is now acting as resistance. As you can see here, through this structure, price has been not only broke through the previous top of the previous consolidation area, but is also trading underneath it and now been rejected through these candles here. So this 69923 area thereabouts is resistance. We have this inside bar. Of course, this structure here was the catalyst for price to keep on coming down. We then had this inside bar structure here form at previous support, which again was the low of the previous consolidation period. And then you can see the gap that has now been well and truly broken. It's now acting as resistance through this candle here. So this 66763 area again was previous support, being the low of the consolidation period area. It's now resistance. So this area, this level is quite important from my perspective. And then we have support down here at around the 61781, and then of course the recent low around the 59483. So currently what you can see happening is really just a continuation of the downtrend, but we are in this consolidation range here. As you can see, price is just going sideways again, which the yen is notorious for. So it's quite a large consolidation range or range bound zone at this particular point. So we're going to look to take advantage of that. From a price action point of view, I will look to short this pair should I get a price action signal, or should price stay below the 66763, and should I get a sell signal somewhere around the 66763 or below it, in conjunction to what I am looking for, then I will short this pair and retarget down here around the 61781. Even though it's range bound, we do have the weight of a very dominant downtrend on our side, long-term downtrend. So I'm just simply waiting for an opportunity to short this pair again somewhere around the 66763 and retarget the 61781 or thereabouts for our first take profit, and maybe even back down here to the 59483 or thereabouts. But for now, we'll wait for a price action signal to allow us to sell really at the top of this range bound zone. It would have to be a false break to the upside through this resistance area here, but should that eventuate, we'll take full advantage of that and be shorting this pair. Thank you. Hello traders, here we have crude oil. Obviously the bias on oil is very, very bearish. You don't need me to tell you that. From a price action point of view, I'll just go through the relevant areas, event areas. We have high term resistance up here at around 48.36. We have this previous support, turn of resistance at 41.57. If you go to your weekly chart, you'll see this area here was previous long-term support. We have resistance, or I'd call key resistance, at this 36.27 or thereabouts. We have resistance here at 28.15 here, and through these bearish candles here. And then of course we have support down here at around 19.27 or thereabouts. So not much to report here. Certainly from a price action point of view, we are looking to short oil. So we're simply looking for a retrace around this 28.15 or somewhere around this 36.27. Long as price stays maintained after the gap, of course, at this 36.27 area, then very bearish indeed. So we're just going to wait for a price action signal, a sell signal somewhere between these two areas. A little bit messy, to go short, and we're certainly going to be retargeting around this 19.27 area or $20 area. But for now, there's nothing to do. Just wait for a price action signal, probably in the form of a pin bar, reverse pin bar would be lovely, something like that. But that's my bias on oil. We certainly will be shorting oil at some point. It's just a matter of waiting for an opportunity to present itself. Cheers, guys.